Right, here we are then with the first quarter final on the live table. This is between Andy Keeley and Mick Calla. Sticking with best of 9, so race to 5, because it is nearing 6:30. And we don't want this to be going on long into the night. Andy Keeley won the lag. He's braking. So Mick, classic Mick Calla, straight out the blocks. So yeah, back to the action in the first frame here. First quarter final between Andy Keeley and Mick Calla. Mick straight out the blocks as ever. That's why it's called the machine. In the commentary box with me, I'm joined by
Just Mike Stroud.
Mike Stroud, because I was going to say Mikey Stroud and I got confused with Michael Larson. Mike Stroud, welcome. And Andy. Mr. Andy Trigger.
Good evening.
First of all, got to say thanks for putting on this Masters competition, Andy. I think it's the 4th year now, is it?
Yeah, 4. Yeah, absolutely. And it's getting bigger and bigger. We limit it to 32, but the times that it takes to fulfil it is getting shorter and shorter. We was lucky to fulfil it within 24 hours again. So yeah, thank you to Gravesend and the players that play in it.
Yeah, the players are the ones that make it. I think it's always a good event. It's quite a prestigious event, really, isn't it? It stands out, doesn't it, in the year?
I think from memory, current England international, Adam Basu won it the first year. Then, if I'm not mistaken, Scott Foley won it twice.
Yes, I think Paul Keeping won it the second year.
Paul Keeping might have won it the second year.
Yeah.
And then Scott Foley
Twice
has won it for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a difficult event to win. So yeah.
So Mike, how did you get on today?
I managed to win 5-3 against Titch, and then went out to Mark Sunderland's 5-1, who's now, I believe, 1-0 down to Jasper.
Okay, so both the Sunderland brothers having a storming second round then. 5-1
Absolutely.
and 5-0.
Yeah,
Lee
doing
Sunderland.
really well.
We just watched Lee Sunderland beat. Oh God, who was he playing?
Mikey Larson.
Yes, 5-0.
Can we please?
Oh.
No.
Oh dear.
Wow,
Lucky old Mickey.
And to be fair, Mick Calla will be the first person to apologise for a fluke like that. So
Yeah, I mean, if you fluke the black, you should always apologise, really, if it's an obvious fluke.
absolutely.
If it's obvious. I mean, he made no attempt to pot that. Mike's like, what are you talking about?
So that puts Mickey Caller 1-0 up to break. Not sure if everyone knows, but Mick's got a number of health issues at the moment, which he's dealing with, and somehow he's been playing for quite a few hours today, which I'm so proud of him for doing. And good luck, pal.
Yeah, absolutely. Not just playing, he's also been helping to run it as well. So, yeah, fair play. Let's have a quick look, shall we, at the that fluked black just now. Check this one out.
Oh God.
Bosh.
It's like watching Mike Stroud every week.
I wish.
How did you get on in your match, Andy, today?
Weather's nice. Weather's really nice out there.
You spent a few hours outside, didn't you?
Yeah. There's no need to be inside. So, yeah. It's the taking part that matters.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, Malk.
You're welcome.
Yeah, cheers. Cheers, teammate.
Make you feel at home.
Yeah.
Settle you in. You know how Adam feels when he's sitting alongside.
Andy Keeley, AK-47, locally known. This man can rattle off frames unbelievably quick, as can Mick. I don't expect this match to last too long, if I'm honest with you.
No, both quick players, aren't they?
What do you think he's going to do with that difficult yellow, Mike?
One good shot here, and he's just about got it out.
Don't see. Can you see a shot there, Malk? To clear, to finish.
No, I think the angle's too shallow on that yellow, isn't it, to get into the balls. I mean, he could always pop that out and screw into the one over the pocket, but that's a bit Rambo.
He's put that in danger.
I think Mick's going to play that red over to the other corner, isn't he? Get that out of the way.
And the white's going to go down.
Yeah.
As we look at it, the bottom left pocket is what I would suggest.
We can afford to do that now because that Andy's other yellow's not really potable anywhere, isn't it?
I think Mick would like to take the top right pocket at some stage, but
Very clever shot, to be fair, because he's sort of blocked the top left pocket as we look.
developing balls. He's just basically developing balls from where we see the only pocket that yellow goes in is he can't get on that. He cannot get on it. Yeah. Okay. Mistake from AK-47, Andy Keeley.
Can't see much
ways
other than
he's
the
gonna
clearance
go?
here.
Call it, Mike. What way is he going to go?
I'll tell you once he's spotted these five.
Yep. Absolutely. Safest way.
Yeah, he's got to take the top one now. Take the difficult one. Drop the one into the middle. Leave this one, next one to the left, either middle or top left, to fall onto the last one. Okay.
Yeah, it's done him a favour, that staying up.
And in true Mick fashion, it's over in about, hopefully, about 30 seconds.
Middle. Told you.
Well, this pocket, top left pocket, as we look at it all day, we've been commenting on how it's been turning out in that pocket.
Tight.
No, well, not just tight. It's it will roll out 100%
Not too
of the
far
time.
there by the looks of it. We go for a reverse.
So I think Mick was trusting to instinct there, wasn't he? Just
He'd
straight
be
down.
disappointed with that.
Yeah.
I think AK's got the angle to hold for the black into this left-hand pocket.
Wow.
Thought he would develop the white ball.
That's not a great shot, is it, really? Could have been easier. Should have been.
In off.
It's
Nope.
a great shot.
Great black.
Yeah.
They definitely both look up to it.
So, Andy Keeley levels the match.
So, frame 3. Don't know if Mike and Malk agree, but one of the biggest problems we've got in Gravesham is simply the limited number of venues. Whilst absolutely delighted with Spots and Stripes, we only have really here 4 playable tables, and that obviously limits what we can do with competitions. And in Gravesham at the moment, currently, we have a huge interest in pool, which I think, whether it be Gravesham Pool League or Gravesham 8-Ball Money League, we're very proud of. But we haven't got a club, for instance, like Chatham or Jordan's, and it limits what you can do in a competition.
Yeah, absolutely. We did used to have a bigger club, didn't we? Before my time in the Gravesham Pool League, by the Clock Tower, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Don't know much about it. I know it was owned by Fraser.
Yep. Yep. It was before all of our times, if I'm honest with you. It was only about 6 years ago, 7, 8 years ago. But it was definitely before Mr. Stroud's time. But we lack a pool club in Gravesham, which is unfortunate when we've got 3 interleague teams, when we've got a 36 team local league. Where did you start playing pool, Mike?
I started at the Pelham. Played in Division
Pelham
1.
Arms.
Pelham Arms for the A team. Played in Division 1 for 2 years, both summers and winters, and decided it was a good step to go from there to the Spot C team, which is where we're hosting today's event. Obviously, Division team. A lot of players in the team. In fact, I think most players in the team play for a Gravesend interleague team as well. And what I'll be doing in the next interleague season is be going to the C team. So definitely a big
Glad
step
that
up
you've
for me.
confirmed that, because it has not been confirmed, but that is great news.
Is this a GPL exclusive? Have you been tapping away?
No, I have not been. Certain other people have been, but
Okay.
I'm very glad to hear
That's
that news.
a great signing.
Absolutely.
I think the C team will become the B team, and hopefully the A team.
Oh my goodness me, don't even go that far. So, but no, the fact that it's now been confirmed that Mike's playing interleague is an absolute positive step, and ultimately Mike is the future of Gravesend Pool, due to his age and ability and ambition, if I'm honest with you. And it's going to be a pleasure to play with him next season.
Plus, you are getting not quite old.
Because some people are near to retirement age.
No, as we like to say, are reaching senior qualification.
Been there, done that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Some people have to retrial next year for Kent.
Ooh. How does that work? You have to retrial
Less than 50%.
Oh, okay.
So quite simple. It doesn't matter what you do, who you are. I think I got, from memory, I'm sorry if I'm not correct on these facts, I think I got 46% in Kent seniors.
Right.
It's not good enough. And other people deserve a chance to represent their county. And if you don't reach 50%, which is the benchmark, then you need to re-qualify. And that's where I'm at. So yeah.
Can't you make it easier with the 50%? I mean, is there a rule
Yeah,
how
you
many
can
you
make it
must play?
40% and I'll be in.
No, I mean, if you play 2 matches all season, you won one. So, you're 50%. So how does that work?
The amount of games that you play is taken into consideration. It can't be judged on playing 8 frames out of 40
No.
and getting
rid of someone who's won 19 out of 40.
yeah.
Or retrialing them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the problem with Kent selection is it's never easy. You're always going to upset some people, but ultimately 50% has got to be the benchmark, and if you don't reach that, then you need to retrial, and that's where I'm at with Kent seniors.
Well, good luck with the retrial.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, you'll be fine. Anybody else retrialing?
Les Body.
GPL? Les Body, okay.
Oh, sorry, GPL.
Yeah. What about Scott? Is Scott safely?
Scott's MCM exclusive.
Well, hang on. Let's get the 20th Century Fox rip-off ready.
Go on then, where you go.
No.
Yeah, Scott's safe. Please don't quote me on this, but Scott Woods finished 3rd in the rankings, joint 3rd, but he's safe.
Are you trying to say he's been promoted to the B team?
No.
Okay.
No. He's
A
just
team?
simply safe in the C team.
Okay.
So it's so complicated. It's so...
He's never retrialled, has he?
Yeah.
Oh, has he?
Yeah, about 2 years ago.
Okay.
When I was captain of the Seas, he had to retrial, and he had been playing for like 6 years,
Yeah.
and fair play to him. He had the he accepted that his performance during that season wasn't good enough, and he retrialled, and naturally, well, not naturally, but his ability got him through, and he's gone on. I think Scott's now got something like 440 frames for Kent, and I believe that takes about 11 years to achieve. But you know, everyone has their day, and there's so many young people coming through now. I don't think there's any people in the Kent squad that take their place for granted. You're not entitled to anything. So
Yeah.
Mike Stroud, Kent Trials ahead.
Well, so Andy's tried to smash into the break there, but into the pack, but it's not really worked out.
Back to the pool.
So we can see Andy on reds here. He's gone for a double that hasn't quite gone in, but has left Mick not a lot to go at.
I'll be looking for a way into that bunch of 4 yellows there. That's a good pot.
That's
No,
a great, that's a
it
great
didn't.
shot.
It didn't. Huh? No, it didn't drop. Okay. Oh, well spotted. I didn't even see that.
Okay, so Mick Caller's 2-1 up. If, and it's a big if currently, he wins this frame, going 3-1 up, do you see a way back for AK? Mike?
I think you can never underestimate anyone in a race to 5. I think they're such short races that anyone can win regardless of the score. But with a player like Mick going 3-1 up, I think AK may struggle slightly. I mean, he's got the yellow over the right bag, gives him some protection with a red nearby. That said, good shot by Andy there to put Mick's yellow half safe on the left hand side. But yeah, we'll see how this one goes.
Just a quick update on the other quarterfinals. So, aside from the one we're watching here on the live table, James Millen is playing Mark Sunderland, and at the last check he was 2 frames to 0 up. And Scott Foley, coming through the second round match against Martin Budge, is playing Adam Watts in the 3rd quarterfinal. We'll get a score update on that for you shortly. And Lee Sunderland has got a place in the last quarterfinal, and he will play either John Ballard or Richard Marsh, who are in action over there. You can just see them out of shot. It's Richard Marsh there on the left hand side in a check shirt.
Richard is a London senior, plays for Batby.
At the moment.
Had the pleasure to know him for a year or so, and he's a very, very steady, talented player. And knowing John Ballard as I do, he will not be underestimating him, and he shouldn't either. So that will be very interesting to see the outcome of that. I think it's at least 2-all. I'm not sure what the score is, but I think it's at least 2-all.
As this frame develops, AK has just took a nice red to the top and screwed back down for the 2 towards the middle of the table.
just flick to this view for a moment, guys, while the camera seems to have taken a nap.
Yeah, that's a very good finish by AK to level up at 2-2.
Apologies. The score with John Ballard and Richard Marsh. Richard Marsh is currently losing 3-1, which, as we all know, against John Ballard, JB, is no disgrace. So I'm sure he'll be fighting hard in the following frames. We've got a long view on the current match. Now we're back to normal view on the Mick Caller Andy Keeley match. Currently 2-2. How'd you see this, Mike?
It's a very good break from Andy. I think either colour, I think he's going yellows here. As long as he runs past that yellow, which it doesn't look like he has.
I think he'll play it. So planting onto it anyway, I think, here.
I think he'll take the pocket at a minimum.
I think if he nails this plant, it's
there's a risk, yeah. I mean, I was looking at just what he played. He could have just played the yellow in off the red.
Cleared the pocket.
Yeah, and he would have been left a nicer angle on that.
Yeah.
Mick's looking for the clearance here.
As I said before, commentator's curse. When I said at 1-0 down that Mick would clear it off in standard Mick fashion and went on to lose the frame. He's only really got one awkward red. It's kind of mid-table at the top of the table. So if he can get that out well, then I can't see any way back for Andy in this frame.
Mike, all I can tell you after knowing Mick for many, many years, good luck trying to predict the way he's going to clear a table.
Exactly.
This isn't.
No,
I think he's left himself slightly straight, but he'll come up and down.
That's really positive shot he's played there, because some people don't like playing
Black
hard
will
into the
take
middle.
the bottom left. He'll punch it across the table and come down for bottom left.
Could come off the yellow.
No, I don't. I think the yellow's too far away.
Yeah, he'll just sort of play this just below centre and just come across the right hand side.
Yeah, I think the yellow was just slightly too far away from the pocket to play in off it.
I wonder if that yellow goes by the red.
I think it
helps now. Obviously, the one on the left cushion is difficult, but if he can nail plumb on it, he's then got an easy black into the middle pocket, middle right hand pocket. 40 minutes. Let's see how close to that I am.
Cool.
Yeah. No, it wasn't going near the pocket.
So, 3-2 to Andy Keeley. 2 away from a place in the semi-final. So back in frame 6. And Andy at the table here.
So Andy on yellows, couple of difficult balls. Oh, that's absolutely collared the red nearest the black. It stops the finish from both sides. And even if Andy tries to pot this one, I think he'd just put it over the hole, if I'm honest with you.
I think Mick's next shot will be just to take that pocket.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's a good shot there from AK to.
Nick
Not
may
leaving an easy
try
way.
to. I don't know if he can see. What can he see? I see what Mick did there. He's got one of his difficult balls away from the bottom cushion. This frame can absolutely go either way, which is stating the obvious, but whatever. Mick can now get his last difficult ball into play. Obviously, the white's going to hit that red. Yeah,
Just not quite had the power on it, really. I think Andy will just take this pocket now, bottom right. Especially with his other red where it is. From our angle, I'm not sure if he's got it.
no, don't do that with Mick. I wouldn't be surprised if he tucks Andy Keeley up here.
Possibly double kiss off of the top yellow to land in behind the second yellow.
He may even come off the bottom cushion. No, you're right.
Yeah, just play that way. Developed obviously the yellow on the cushion, but also left the risk of not actually planting the snooker.
Yeah, just putting the red in amongst the cluster of yellows there, making it more difficult, or dare I say very difficult for Mick to clear. Turned a bit messy. Obviously, this is the quarter final. We've still got a round 2 match going on between John Ballard and Richard Marsh. That
It's
seems
a
to
live
be
score in another quarter final is James Millen 3, Mark Sunderland 1. So
the round 2 match between John Ballard and Richard Marsh seems to be turning into a bit of a battle.
it's a good shot there from Mick, just leaving it over the pocket with not much choice for Andy. With his two reds where they are.
All the best to Andy Mounger, who's just leaving the building. kind of feel that Andy Keeley is
In a bit of trouble.
he's kind of given this frame, unfortunately, to Mick. Mick's played a really aggressive shot there that
He's lucky.
he's got away with it.
Take this up the top corner.
Yeah, top corner. Left on the
I
right to the middle.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Missed it.
Well, he lives closer than that.
I've got to say, Mick will be, due to his current problem, Mick will be absolutely exhausted at this stage. I'll be amazed if he gets through this match, but he's giving it his best, as he's always done. But if there's some shots that you see that you think are uncharacteristic, then believe me, there's a very big reason.
Absolutely. I know Mick very well, and we're having a bit of banter with him. If you look at the leading players this year, that speaks volumes as to how difficult Mick is finding it this
That's
season.
a very, very good shot. Very good shot.
Mick is consistently up the top with the leading players in the GPL. So Mick levels the match there, 3-all. And Keeley breaks frame number 7. Both players needing 2 more frames to book a place in the semi-final. The winner of this match will be playing either Mark Sunderland or James Millen in the first semi-final. I believe James Millen was 3-1, I think was the latest
It
score.
was 3-1. Yes, 3-1.
Adam Watts, Scott Foley in the other quarter-final. Richard Marsh and John Ballard still battling out in the second round match.
Surprising, because there's not many people that can hold JB back when he's on a flow. He's very difficult to stop.
I think it's fair to say that I think John Ballard's got the most break dishes in the Gravesend 8-ball pool league this season so far. So definitely a tough opponent.
Yeah, he's on 4, I think. Trevor Maberley had a break dish last week, so congratulations to Trevor.
100%.
Well done, Trevor.
And he was asking, actually, a valid question, having gained his place on the leaderboard, is what happens at the end of the season?
It's a trial.
I explained that it's a trial because it's a feature that we're implementing for the new website, which is in development. But there's no plans at the moment for this season to award anything based on the break and dish leaderboard. Is that correct, Andy?
100%. So we simply asked the captains to, if they see fit, to put a break dish on the result sheet, and we will make a decision as to whether or not we implement some award prize presentation for that in the near future.
So Andy looks favourite here in this frame.
I think he's got
some
two,
work
has
to
he?
do. I'm not sure if he's got two. Don't know. I'm not sure if that yellow goes to the middle. It might actually.
He's definitely got two.
Definitely got two.
And I think
he's
that
left
yellow.
himself a good angle to.
Need to assume that it goes in the bottom left, but needs to move a red.
Yeah, it must go. And obviously, it's not. He wanted to probably be
slightly
top
to the
side
left.
of that. Yeah. So
definitely.
he can come back for the black in the left middle, which it looks like it goes.
I think he's slightly running into the black from where he is.
If he's running into it, he should be alright.
It's probably about the best he could have done. He's got a shot at it.
Come on, Mike. Can he pot that?
It's Andy
Come on.
Keeley.
It's Andy Keeley.
Do you know who he is?
It's the peacock player.
Chris Harvey in the background. Not seen much of Chris today. I assume he's out, obviously.
Yeah.
He went out to Michael Larson in the
Michael
first
Larson,
round.
yeah.
Right.
I think it was a 5-4. It's very tight.
Great result for Michael Larson, to be fair. Oh, that. I'll tell you what, this Masters has seen players like Lee Phillips not be able to attend due to work commitments, pool keeping as well. But we've seen other newcomers like Mikey Larson and Paul Waltman, dare I say Mike Stroud, come into the tournament, and it's absolutely brilliant that Gravesend Pool League and Gravesend 8-Ball Money League is as vibrant as it is, and that's a testament only to the players that were involved, and it's really good news for Gravesend. So 2 shots there. 2 shots there for Mickey. Try and break up, bust out a few balls there. Put this one in the snooker, I guess.
I think he plays him. I think he clears these out. I don't think Mickey's going to look for a snooker.
The way he's approaching that, yeah, I'll make you right. Stroll through. Come back for the second red into the middle. Needs to have the right angle here to stroll through for the penultimate. Yeah, he's not got there. No. He may have the snooker.
Can't see really.
I know that wasn't what he was playing for. Is AK looking for a double? No.
It's a smarter shot.
That's a great angle, Malk. There's a kind of big gap off of the red by the cushion to get the white into, but I don't know if Mick will see that. No, it's gone for it, and yeah.
That's a good night.
Well, not quite. Should be 4-3, but it'll leave Keeley on the hill.
And have you got it to hand, Mel? Who will should Andy Keeley win? who will he play in the semi-final?
Yeah, I think we looked at it. I'll bring it up again. Yeah, the winner of Mark Sunderland and James Millen.
I'll tell you what, the top half of the draw is great because it involves people that have not got that far, apart from Mick Caller, obviously. And also, dare I say, retracting what I just said, I remember Andy Keeley getting to a final before. But it's not the normal players, the standard players that year after year progress to the final stages of the competition. And it's great for Gravesend Pool that there are other names involved in getting to the latter stages of our competitions. Congratulations to John Ballard, JB. I believe he won 5-2 against Richard Marsh. Richard Marsh playing in his first GPL competition. Congratulations, Richard, on getting that far and doing yourself justice.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he'd be pleased with that, with his first GPL competition.
Just like to give a big shout out to Mr. Daniel Mealy, who couldn't be here today for, I think he's gone to a pantomime, but very sad that he can't be here because I feel like he would have done very, very well.
Yeah, another player who's developed considerably over the last couple of seasons. Dan Mealy's a very strong player now. Dan Mealy was in the first ever stream that I did. Yeah, I think the first, possibly the second, when it was webcams sellotaped to walls in the Elephant's Head. And I think he was playing Mick Caller.
Having said that, him and Sean Hammond did knock myself and Tony Atkinson out of the doubles, so
Oh, really?
very, very good standard.
Wow.
Obviously all play for the same team, so very hard to play against teammates, but very well deserved for obviously Dan and Sean.
Yeah, absolutely. Would ask Kev how he got on in his doubles match last week. Too soon, it's still raw.
No, we didn't play.
No. I believe you've got time to replay that now anyway.
Basically, what happened, we turned up at the venue and there was a Tuesday night league match there being played, so we didn't get to play it that night. We did try to go down to the Albert to play, but that table was in use as well, so...
It was a local table for local people that night, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've not seen a lot of this match. It looks, what I have seen of it has been very high quality. Would I be right in that? There's a couple of dishes?
Well, I think, Mick's missed a few shots in the last frame, but I was just saying he must be very tired now with what he's going through at the moment, and Andy Keeley's playing a strong game. I think he's still anybody's. I think Mick.
Oh, Mick's a dangerous player. That's a great shot.
Yeah.
I don't think he went for that, to be fair. I think he was playing more of a safety.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. I think it's a fair.
Lucky old Mickey.
This could be a very clever shot. Develop the ball and hide the white. I think he can get down the side of the black to clip this red.
You can definitely see it, but
just fin off of it and get the white beyond the yellow.
Mick should just play off on the bottom yellow. Just do it now. Put it over the bag, just like that.
Knowledge. Yeah, it's been a very quick match, isn't it? Both these players are very aggressive.
Well, yeah, we're just coming up to the 1 hour mark for this match, so We got Barry of the Landlord Spots and Stripes here. Don't know if he wants to say any words. No, he doesn't want to say any words at the moment, but he's just standing behind the commentators here watching the feed through the screens. Club looks great, Barry. It's very nice, very festive. Lighting the lights above the lights. Lights above the lights.
That's lovely.
I've only just noticed them.
Have you read it? I like my Christmas lights.
That's a very good shot there from Mick.
Yeah, he's in a little bit of trouble here. Andy.
He's not really got a natural angle to get back down for these reds.
No.
He'll probably come twice across with a bit of left hand side.
Can't get behind
Well, there's
the
the
road.
sign.
Too much side. And that is awful for AK.
Yep, he's done himself no favours with that shot. So we've got 2 visits. Not sure this yellow passes, but I think it does, and he should be able to screw into the red and develop the other yellow. Not quite gone to plan.
Again, very uncharacteristic there from Mick. Would definitely have expected him to get that.
I think he's still in control of the frame now.
Definitely.
Closer to it. So, should be straightforward.
Yeah.
Black in the right corner.
Yep.
He's taking it for the middle. He's overrun it a little bit, but he's
Oh,
got it
up
up
top.
top.
He's okay.
Oh,
I think that did roll out just a tad,
Yeah.
but he has got another one. So
Oh, is it? Oof.
so
I
all
think
square.
Mick's just saying there that it definitely did roll out, but
Well, we'll have a little look. Not sure if I was quick enough with the replay, but let's have a look. Yep. Yeah.
I think
I'm
it was
not
always
sure.
to the right hand side,
veered
but I
off
think
to
it
the
might
right.
have just turned a little. So a final frame decider again. There's been a few today.
8 frames as we come up to the 20 seconds from the 1 hour mark. I think it was about 2-0 and 2 frames played in one of the matches earlier on by the 1 hour mark.
it would have been Mr. Darren Varney, would it?
Could have been that one.
I don't believe you.
No comment.
No comment.
So Andy to break for the last and 9th frame. And by the looks of it, he's gone dry. So
Score
Mick with a good chance by the looks of it to take reds and try and develop the one on the right hand side if he could.
So, if you are watching and you want to ask any of us any questions, please do so. Leave us a comment on the stream. We'll pick them up now. We have Mike Stroud just nipped off to the gents, but he's commentating alongside myself and Kev Kelleher.
Yeah, Andy just rattled that one into the corner. Not sure if this red will pass underneath it, but he should be able to take the pocket. Yeah, nice shot there from him. got half a chance of going for the clearance here.
Just posted a link on the live chat. If you click on that, that'll take you to the Bracket Ninja website where you can see the whole tournament bracket with the scores so far, going back to the first round.
So, Kev, do you think that Mick's going to take the plant one? No.
I don't think so. Just develop this over to the hole.
Sin? Can't quite see from my screen whether the red goes from the red to the yellow to the other red in the corner.
There's a possibility of getting down low on this and playing it under the yellow and over the yellow bag.
Thank you, Darren Latimer, subscribing to the channel. Everybody else watching, give it a subscribe on YouTube.
So Malcolm, the MCM's doing rather well at the moment. You seem to be progressing, and it's a great stream. Have you got any other future events coming up soon?
Thank you, mate. This is the last one for this year. Although we will be working closely with some venues next year. I don't want to say too much at the moment, but there's a particular venue next year that we could be working closely with. They're doing a potential series of events throughout the year. We're hoping to put on some big money matches as well. So yeah, a few things coming up.
Fair play, mate. It's a great stream, and I've got to say I'm very impressed with the standard that you broadcast at. So.
Thank you. It's much appreciated.
Was the first to 5, semis the first to 6.
And the final 6.
Possibly.
So Mick's played the DF there. He's asked a question.
Don't commit.
Obviously the red's now in front of the yellow and the black.
They all know it's first to 5 for the quarterfinal. But a shout out to Chris Pollock for sorting the tables. Uninvited.
Sorting the tables. What do you mean? What's the score?
Fucking do it yourself then.
Anchorage.
Shucks. Open your eyes, son. Al?
Jasper, did you play Mark?
Sorry, yeah.
Oh, it was 5-1, wasn't it?
Yep.
Just got news from the other quarter-final, that the winner of this game will be playing, I believe. It will be James Millen, who won 5-1 against Mark Sunderland.
Yeah, good result that.
Right, so sorry.
James is playing very well at the moment. Good to see.
Deal, got 1 or 2
James
teams.
Millen actually played 16 frames today and only lost 1 of them.
Right, okay.
So definitely
I worded that wrong.
in good form for the semis.
Got 1 or 2 or 3 teams.
So James Millen, just looking, he's dropped
1 frame.
1 frame. Have you just said that?
Yeah, he just said
No,
that. yeah.
sorry.
He's got 1 frame
Try and keep on, mate.
in 16, so yeah,
Wow.
definitely a strong Gravesend C player.
Gravesend C for the win. Eh?
No, he didn't want to let it go, and that's a lovely little
Right.
turnout.
Yeah. Okay. So 3 teams from White Cliffs Invitational Ball League. Right, with that pal. Got it.
He looks a more confident.
I think Andy's, with taking that pocket, is a slight favourite to win this.
I'll make you
Although Mick is a bit of a machine and very hard to predict the next shot, but
not sure that he can actually get to this, and even if he does, he's got no out for the red, other than a Larry.
never say
first.
never. Not with
no.
Mick Keller.
No, that's
No.
right. He's just going to play the DF after
That's a good
question.
shot.
Yeah, that's fine.
So getting a little tense in this final frame decider.
No, that's fine.
And he's developed it.
White Cliff's in
That could well be
Oh,
game.
that's a very good shot.
White Pal, so. Cheers, pal.
Screw up over it or screw behind it. And he's decided to play bottom left. It should be a 5-4 win to Andy
Okay.
Keeley.
Come on the Gravesend bees. Get that one in quick.
Yeah, well played, Andy Keeley.
Yep, he sees James Miller in the semi-finals.
So we'll be back on the live stream table shortly for hopefully the first semi-final. Thanks to Kev Kelleher
See you
and
later, peeps.
Mike Stroud.
Thank you.
Come on to
And
spot C.
We'll be back soon.